Hello guys, welcome to Peripheral Vision. I'm Kyle from Kyle's Game Room, and this is a PokeWalker. Now what a PokeWalker essentially is pretty much a pedometer that was bundled with every brand new copy of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and you put a Pokemon onto here through infrared, and you get to go on a little stroll with them. And it's really fun. So I'm going to show you how to put a Pokemon on here and what all the features are and what you could do with it, and maybe talk about some pros and cons and do whatever. So first, let me show you how to put a Pokemon on here. Right now the thing is blank, and you need either a copy of Heart Gold or Soul Silver. Again, this came brand new with the game, so there you go. But if you pick up the game used, there's a good chance you're not going to have the PokeWalker. But if you do find one with the PokeWalker, get it, because it's really expensive to replace these now, and I will be talking about that later. Alright, so we go to connect the PokeWalker in the in-game menu. Now we have the option either go for a stroll, return from one, or receive a gift. Alright, so we're just going to go for a stroll, and we are going to go for a stroll with our level 97 Ash's Pikachu from the Toys R Us event. Alright, so we're just going to put that on. What you do is just press A, then it goes over here, and then you press yes. And then you get to choose what stroll do you want to go on. Alright, so we have about 5 pages full of them. I think I locked most of them, if not all of them. Okay, we got Refreshing Field, Noisy Forest, Rugged Road, Beautiful Beach, Suburban Area. Then we got Dim Cave, Blue Lake. Unfortunately, I don't have a 3DS capture card or a regular DS capture card, so I apologize for this, folks. Then we got Town Outskirts. Got the Hoenn Field, so you can catch Pokemon from 3rd generation, but now we're getting not HD remakes, but remakes nevertheless, and I'm excited for them. Then we got Warm Beach. Then we got Volcano Path, Treehouse, Scary Cave, Sinnoh Field, so you can get Pokemon from the 4th generation, Icy Mountain Road, Big Forest, White Lake, Stormy Beach, Resort, Quiet Cave, I can't read, Beyond the Sea, and then we have 2 special event paths right here. We have Night Sky's Edge and Yellow Forest, and from the tell of these being blank, and they have little dots, that probably means that there's more to unlock. So let me go back and put the Pokemon back on. I apologize, I went back. Alright, so we're going to be going on to Refreshing Field. Okay, now we're ready to go. Now we have to point the DS card. We have to take the PokeWalker, and here we have to go into the in-game menu. Then we have to go to Connect. When you press the middle button twice, it'll automatically take you to this. So then you just press it and point it to the DS. Should be communicating. And no trainer found because I'm too shaky. Alright, let me adjust the camera quick. Alright, now let's see it from the DS's point of view. What the heck? Oh, whoops, there we go, okay. Oh, what? Come on. It normally doesn't fail this much. If you just let it sit there, and then you press all the buttons and just let it sit there, then it communicates a lot easier. Let's see, there we go. Now the game saves, so it knows that Pokemon is not going to be in the little box, but it's going to be on the PokeWalker instead. Alright, so now we can let the DS down, and we can actually pay more attention to the PokeWalker itself. So now we got a Pikachu on here, so that's set to go. Alright, so let me show off what it all can do. Obviously, we already did connect. Then we got dowsing. I don't know exactly what that means. Okay, we need more watts for that. Okay, I think we actually get little items from that. Then we get Poke Radar. It's where we can actually try to look for a Pokemon and actually try to catch it and stuff. Then we get the trainer card, where it shows your trainer information and what time it is in military time. And then it talks about like all your information. It's really cool. I like it. Okay. Then we got Pokemon and items. So it says that all we have is a Pokemon. We already have Pikachu. And then we have the settings, where you can adjust the sound and the shade on this little screen. But we're only going to keep it as default. Alright, so here on this, every time you take a step, your Pokemon just gains a little bit more experience. And also, I think it's every 10 or 100 steps that you take, you get watts. Okay, now you can use the watts. It's kind of like in-game currency. And like the more watts you get, you can unlock new trails, or you can use the watts and actually use them to either get Pokemon with the Poke Radar, or maybe try to get items with dowsing. Now, I highly recommend this if you like to go on jogs, like exercise, or heck, even if you're just in school, and you walk around from one side of the building to the other, and then you do it vice versa to go to another class. And this is an easy way to level up your Pokemon. But trying to replace one of these, if you lose them, is quite expensive. Like, I remember at a point I saw them for like $5, but now they're on eBay for $20 to $35, heck, even more. So if you find one for $5, totally get it. But if you get them used, you do have to reset the PokeWalker stuff itself. You can look it up online on how to do that if you don't know how to do that. And I personally had to get a second one because I ended up losing one, and then I found that one after I ordered it, and then I lost that one again, so now I am down to this one. So hopefully I don't lose this ever again. Nintendo used to actually allow you to replace it from them. But here, their little gimmick is, you buy this thing, but it's clipped with this. It doesn't have a clip on the side whatsoever. You have to put it in your pocket. But you have to buy this guy extra. So I think it cost me about $10 or $15 plus shipping. I think the PokeWalker itself is like $5 or $10, and then the clip itself is $5 or $10. So don't lose this. But there are pros and cons with this thing. Like, pros, well, your Pokemon levels up, and you can also catch other Pokemon on here. Like, it depends on which route you take on the PokeWalker itself. Like, if it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go to New York and let's catch some Pokemon in there. Like, when you saw earlier, I get to choose what route I was on. Depending on which route you go on, that's what Pokemon you'll catch. And if you get the last one, now it was like, I think it was the Yellow Forest or something like that. Here you can catch Pikachus in there, and some of them can fly and some of them can surf. So there you go, rare Pokemon. Now the cons with this thing is, for one, you can cheat. All right, so like you can like strap it onto like the bike wheel and ride your bike, and it levels up a lot faster. Or if you have a record player at your house, just set the thing on your record player and it spins, and there you go. You can have free level up Pokemon, but I don't like doing that kind of stuff. But the other cons that you should be actually worried about is that when you level up Pokemon on here, you don't get to teach it new moves, you don't get to see what stats got improved or anything, and also your Pokemon can't evolve. Like, if you reach the appropriate stage of like a Charmander about to level up to a Charmeleon, you actually have to level it up in the game so it can learn new moves and learn the special, like it can evolve and learn special moves and stuff like that. So use it, but mainly focus in game. This is just something that's like just on the side. If your Pokemon's already evolved and you already have the moves that you want on there that you really like, then use this thing more often, and then there you go. But yeah, like, again, these things to replace, they're kind of expensive now. Unfortunately, Nintendo doesn't sell these anymore in their customer service line, so it sucks. But I still recommend tracking one down if you have a copy of Heart Gold or Soul Silver and it does not have this. Again, when you got it brand new, it did come with it, but now trying to find one used with this is a little bit hard, but if you do, totally get it. This thing is actually a lot of the game's value. That and the game itself, they're both pretty expensive, but just make sure it has this. It's well worth it. You don't need it, but I highly recommend it because it's so fun to use. And it really does help out if you're like at work, or if you go for an exercise jog, if you like to do that a lot, or if you are just in school. And if you're in gym where you're just walking from point A to point B over and over and over again, then there you go. Easy level up points. Alright, so as Eric likes to say, later days.